What niche should I focus on as a grant writer? Spoiler alert, don't worry about it. Yeah, anyway. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how your niche will find you and what I want you focusing on instead. So with that, let's hit it. So I see this question come up all the time. In fact, I just did a virtual summit with Instrumental. That's the grant writing software that we love. And someone asked it there too. Like, it comes up a lot. And you put a lot of pressure on yourself to kind of figure out, like, what am I supposed to focus on? And so there's a myth here. You don't need to have a niche all sorted out before you even get going. However, I do say that with the big asterisks, and I'm going to clarify what I mean by the asterisks in a moment. So you could say that my niche was infrastructure grants. But y'all, if you think about that, that is a very broad category, right? I worked on grants from skate parks to wastewater treatment plants, to broadband infrastructure, to housing, to clinics. Okay, that's a lot of different types of grants to work on. And then what I really started to find out was, okay, my niche and natural interests are really more in environmental and energy related projects, not housing so much, even though I did a bunch of those. And so I wrote grants for 4 years before that niche and awareness emerged, right? I needed to try out a lot of different things. I found it fun to become dangerously knowledgeable about a lot of different topics, okay? And I want you making at least $100,000 in business revenue before you concern yourself with defining a niche. And that is an unconventional opinion, okay? It doesn't mean that you're telling folks you write grants for anyone or anything, because people don't actually want to work with generalists. They want to work with specialists. But I'm telling you that at least in the back end, you're going to be comfortable with not putting this pressure on having to have this like super duper niche. However, I'm going to tell you that our success of the collective did finally actually come by niching way down. So originally our niche, like when we really took off, was helping moms become freelance grant writers. Okay, we have since broadened. We have cool men in the program. We've got a lot of different types of people we serve, in-house grant writers, etc. But it all started by having that one niche. It's not that I don't value niches, and I think it's very important for your messaging, but I want you to recognize that you don't have to stop yourself right now. So let's get into this. I want you to think this through, but not overthink it. Here are the 3 questions I want you asking yourself. Number 1, what TTS can I test? So I teach this concept. It's called the tangible transformation sentence. It's in our program, the Global Grant Writing Collective. And so basically in the context of being a freelance grant writer, it would be like, I help specific identity achieve tangible transformation to avoid the number 1 pain or achieve a number 1 desire. Like, it's a very short, punchy sentence. So for example, I help K through 12 school districts get grant money to avoid dipping into limited reserves for important projects. Okay? Simple. I help municipalities with EPA brownfield grant money that requires 0 match. I'm going to want to talk to you if I'm a municipality. So a tangible transformation sentence is a conversation starter. It's when someone asks you like, hey, what do you do? This is your answer. And mine is like, yeah, I help people learn how to make money writing grants. Boom. TTS. So you're going to test out different tangible transformation sentences based on interests that you have and see what momentum comes from that. Just recognize that the only way you're truly going to know your niche is when you have real paid client work and you're not only doing it, but you're enjoying it. Question number 2, is this fancy busy work? Too often I see you're stressing about what niche to focus on as this other form of fancy busy work. Go create real problems. This is not a problem yet, okay? Work with anyone that interests you. See how it feels, and if you enjoy the work, go from there. Question 3, how do I want my life to look? So if you love that window from Thanksgiving to Christmas and Hanukkah season, etc., then certain federal grants would not be your best friend because they have these stupid due dates right around the new year. I want you to design a life you love and then adapt the decisions you make to complement that vision. So I literally have on my vision board is on my phone, right? It is the backdrop. I'll look at it a zillion times because I look at my phone probably too much, like we all do. And it keeps me acting in alignment with what I want from my life. In review, let's talk about the top 3 questions I want you asking yourself instead of freaking out about what niche to have. What can my tangible transformation sentence be, right? How can you start testing this and seeing what resonates and turns into real paid opportunities? 2, is this fancy busy work? 3, how do I want my life to look? This one's big, really important. If you're not sure you're going to like grant writing, and this is one of those questions that's hanging you up, then I want you to go take this 16-question quiz. It's linked below. It'll only take you 3 minutes, and it's going to help gauge if you have what it takes to be a great grant writer or not. And if you know you want to get into it, you're already fired up about this, you're just trying to figure out, well, how do I land clients, all that, then check out the second training we'll link. And that is for those of you that do not have prior business experience or grant writing experience. And you'll find that very helpful. Hit like and subscribe, add a comment. I literally respond to every single one, and we'll take it from there. All right. See you later.